Hey, it's Friday, March 10th, 2017. I'm Jeff Tracy, and this is episode 7 of my vlog. Yesterday we talked about parenting. We talked about kind of the best piece of advice I'd received was to just love your kids. And today we're talking about the second best piece of advice I've received. When I was in private practice several years ago, I was at a conference on the West Coast, and I had cut an early flight home from San Diego, and it was on the kind of the last leg home from Dallas up to Tulsa. And I sat next to a woman, and we kind of exchanged pleasantries, and she was telling me about her family and her kids, and they were all phenomenal kids, right? They had all been really successful lawyers and doctors and chemists and scientists, and just hope kind of the kids that we kind of hope our kids end up like being. And so I asked her, I said, well, what's the secret? Because I was a new parent. I think Eli was 2 at the time, and relatively new parent. I said, well, what's the best advice you got? And she said, praise the good and ignore the rest. And I kind of thought, like, well, that doesn't do me any good, right? What am I supposed to do with that? Much like, love your kids. And so I didn't think much about it. Obviously, I remembered the conversation, remembered kind of what we talked about and some of the details, but I hadn't kind of practiced much of what she had told me until recently. And I was having coffee with a buddy of mine, a guy named Daniel Fleet, who's an associate pastor at Eastland Baptist Church here in Tulsa. And Eastland's a phenomenal place. Daniel's a phenomenal guy, but known him for going on more than 10 years now. Pastor Durrell's the senior pastor over there, and just the smartest guy you could meet. And we're catching up, having coffee, and Daniel says, hey, I got a book I want to send you. And I said, all right. And he sends me a book, and it's this book. It's called The Happiness Advantage, right? And it's Sean Aker. And the premise of the book is really, society tells us that, look, happiness will follow success. Meaning, look, we tell ourselves when we're successful, then we'll be happy, right? And we've talked about that a little bit on this blog. And he flips that, and he says, look, no. It's when you're happy, success follows, right? And he gives really good kind of life-hacking type stuff that you can kind of incorporate into your daily life that will give you a happier disposition. And we'll do a kind of a more formal review of this, because I really do think it's that good. It's a really good book, lots of good tidbits, lots of things you can practice. But he mentions one thing that kind of made me think about this woman on the airplane, and he calls it the Lasada line. And it's this notion that for every, and he gives it the number, it's 2.9013. So for every roughly 3 times, we have to provide 3 positive comments, say 3 positive things about somebody to counteract and counterbalance one negative thing that we say to them. And he says, look, and that's just if you have a good relationship, right? That's to keep things status quo. If you want to actually make it better, right? If you have a good relationship, you want to make it better. If you have a bad relationship and you want to improve it, that ratio goes more to 6 to 1. So for every one critical thing you say to someone, you got to have 6 positive things to make it where your relationship improves, and which ties me right back to what that woman said. And she wasn't saying just ignore everything, right? I don't think that's what she meant. I think it was, look, praise everything you see. Any positive thing you can see, praise it. There's still some coaching that has to be done, and some critiquing and some correcting that has to be done. But in large part, we should spend more time being positive towards our kids than negative, and praising them more than we're critical of them. And if you think about this as an adult, we know this, right? Think about your work life, right? If you've had a bad boss who is critical and mean and not positive and just is criticizing you all the time, how do you feel, right? You don't want to go to work. You feel dejected. You don't accept that criticism well. You don't work very hard. You're not motivated. And if you flip it on the other side, if you have a great boss, right, someone who's positive and outgoing and energetic and praises you a lot, not only do you work harder, but you accept criticism from them a little better, right? So you can, you'll take the 1 or 2 things that they say to help you get better. You'll take that much, much better than from the boss that you're critical of, right? And so we know this, right? Inherently we know this, but it's really hard to apply to our kids, right? It's really hard, and I know I struggle with it, right? I'm not sure I'm on the level of 6 to 1, and quite honestly, I'm not sure I'm even on the level of 3 to 1. And the good news is, like, this idea, which I kind of believe in, I've really thought about it, I've really looked into it, I've really kind of researched this Lasada line idea, and it really is life-changing if you'll let it be, right? And it applies to everything, right? It applies to our spouses, right? Do you have a 6 to 1 ratio of positive and negative with your spouse? I'm not sure I do. I'm not sure I even have a 3 to 1, right? But it can apply to your colleagues at work, to your friends, to your extended family members, right? To everybody, right? And so I think if we'll take this, if you'll try it, I can tell you, when I've been good, when I've really tried to do with my kids, I've seen a positive response, right? It's on me now to try to go be better and be the adult and be a good parent by praising more, right? As the old saying goes, right? Wag more and bark less. So let me encourage you to praise more and ignore the rest. Till tomorrow, live well.